Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be trimming down the steer tube on my fork here and then installing it on my new enduro frame. I'll be using the Park Tool SG 7.2 clamped into my bench vise here, and then I just got back from the store, bought this nice DeWalt hacksaw, and then I'll be smoothing out the edges with some sandpaper and a file here. And I'll start off by saying Worldwide Cyclery has a nice explanation of how to do this on their website. They use, I think, a pipe cutter. I prefer to use a nice Park Tool because you get a nicer edge on the top of your steer tube that you don't have to file down as much. Both ways will work. So here, I'll get it filed down here. And then the big thing is figuring out how much space you want above your head tube. On the Worldwide Cyclery page, they recommended about 30 millimeters worth of spacers. Each one of these is 5. I know from experience that I like it to be about 10 millimeters above here, and then I'm going to have another 10 above in case I ever want to adjust it. So I'll be using about 20 millimeters, a little bit less than what they recommended. But this head tube is already about 10 millimeters longer than my previous bike, and I'm already using a fork that's 170. And I feel like if I'm too high up, then I'll have a hard time on the climbs with my wheel lifting up. And I'm also using a high-rise bar already as well with 35 millimeter rise. So I think I'll have plenty of height. But let's get to sawing on this fork over here. Alrighty, so I already got my fork clamped into the cutting guide, and I made a little mark in there. I don't know if you can see it or not. I have from when I had it fitted on my frame of where I want to cut it. And then you put the saw in here, and this other side you can make sure you're lining up with your mark. All right, and there you have it. About 100 slices later. I'm going to go ahead and vacuum up all these little metal shavings that are now all over the place. And let's see, how do we do? Looks like we got a pretty clean cut there. We'll see how straight it is in a second. All right, we got the fork installed. It's good here. I haven't put this will be basically, my head cap is this specialized tool. You tighten it from the bottom, and I'll show you guys that. But I have 10 millimeters of spacers here, then my stem, and then you have a little bit of fork. And then you want about 5 millimeters of fork. So this headset just barely kind of fits in there on top, and then we'll put the tool up here and tighten it in.